Good day and welcome to Islandstats Sports. I'm Earl Basden. Day one began with a full-on win to greet the sailors for the first races of the 45th Youth Sailing World Championships going on in Malaysia. Cece and Mikey Woolman began the day with the rest of the Laser Radial fleet, who were the first back ashore after facing the gusty winds that was hitting 20 knots on the race course. With everyone trying to get off to a flyer to set up a tilt at the gold medal, it would seem that the day was reserved for the few who liked the stronger winds on the Malaysia waters. CC Woolman began the day with a 16th place finish in the field of 49 women laser radial sailors. She then recorded a 7th place finish in the second race to come off the water in 12th place with 23 points. In a fleet of 65 boys, Mikey Woolman finds himself in 37th place with 77 points. Mikey finished the first race in 42nd and then the second race in 35th. The 2015 Orange Bowl International Youth Regatta continued in Florida with several Bermuda young sailors taking to the waters off the Coral Reef Yacht Club. After 2 days of racing, Adam Larson continues to lead the Bermuda fleet. He's in 27th place with 51 points. Larson finished the first race of the day and the fourth of the regatta in 5th, and then had a 12th place finish in the second race and 15th in the third. Sebastian Kemp fell 25 places and now is in 95th place with 188 points, recording finishes of 44th, 40th, and 27th. With finishes of 43rd, 44th, and 44th, sees Christian Eben in 109th with 217 points. Lili Walker is currently in 120th with 238 points. Magnus Ringstead is in 122nd with 239 points, and Aidan Lopes is in 124th place with 242 points. Currently holding down the 127th position is Ethan Edmonds with 243 points. Dalen Ritter is in 138th with 261 points. Jacob Pimentel is in 144th place with 265 points. Nicholas Bridges is in 160th with 293 points, while Daniel Larson is currently holding the 175th spot with 315 points. Peter Komposh is currently 8th in the 2015 Orange Bowl Regatta Green Fleet with 67 points after 9 races. Jack Roberts remains in 9th with 78 points, having won the final race of Day 2. Sky Oliveira is in 25th with 187 points. Currently in 26th place is Rachel Bachart with 194 points. Gianni Santucci is in 32nd with 229 points, and Cameron Pimentel is 46th with 344 points. The Shield and Friendship semifinals produced 4 winners, 17 goals, and 1 extra time period over the holiday. In the opening match on Boxing Day, it saw Young Man's Social Club go down to Crossroads 4-3 after extra time. Crossroads went in front in the 5th minute when George Sanchez scored. The lead was doubled 6 minutes later when Travis Boyles found the back of the net. However, 1 minute later, it was 2-1 when Robert Rollins scored for Young Man's Social Club. Rico Beek restored the Crossroads 2-goal lead when he converted from the penalty spot in the 21st minute, but in the 40th minute, Corey Burgess pulled one back for Young Man's Social Club as the teams went to the break with a score 3-2. The second half produced only 1 goal that came from Zico Lewis, who drew Young Man's Social Club level at 3-3 in the 81st minute. With no further goals in the match, it moved into the extra time period, and after the first 15 minutes, the score remained 3-3. 1 minute into the second period, Jermaine Lottimore's header caught Young Man's Social Club goalkeeper going the wrong way, and it gave Crossroads the lead and the victory as they advanced to the finals on New Year's Day. The second match of the day at Bernard Park saw the Somerset Trojans advance with a 3-0 victory over Hamilton Parish. Right from the start, the Somerset Trojans wanted to stamp their authority on the match, with Justin Donowa and Justin Corday both making their presence felt. The opening goal came in the 16th minute. Donowa raced down the right flank, and when he was confronted by 2 defenders, he found Jensen Rogers, whose cross was blasted home at the back post with an overhead kick by Leo Burgess. In the 43rd minute, Corday picked up the ball from some 30 yards out, carried it some 5 yards before unleashing a right-footed blast that gave Nigel Burgess, in goal for Hamilton Parish, no chance, giving Somerset a 2-0 lead. The Somerset Trojans would take that 2-0 lead to the break, and Dunaway would finally get his name on the score sheet in the 52nd minute to see the Somerset Trojans advance to the final on New Year's Day. The next day at the PHC Stadium, BAA advanced to the Shield final with a 4-0 victory over St. George's Colts. BAA got the opening goal in the 16th minute. A foul committed just outside the St. George's Colts box saw Willie Clemens take the free kick while St. George's Colts players were setting up the wall for the free kick. The ball went straight into the net, much to the displeasure of the defending team, who had their goalkeeper, Charles Marshall Jr., sent off after the referee consulted the linesman. BAA took the 1-goal lead into the break, but it was St. George's Colts who came close to scoring the second goal of the game. Mackay Simmons had a penalty kick come back off the crossbar early in the second half. Troy Tucker then took over. Tucker would put BAA 2-0 ahead in the 68th minute. 7 minutes later, it would be 3-0 as Tucker found the back of the net again. Nicholas Arujo scored the fourth goal for BAA in the 77th minute. And then the PHC Zebras came from behind to advance to the Friendship Final with a 2-1 victory over the North Village Rams. It was 3 minutes old in the game when Pierre Smith got on the end of a cross to head the ball home from 6 yards as North Village took a 1-0 lead. The equalizer for the PHC Zebras came in the 28th minute when Casey Castle scored from close range after Marco Warren created the chance for the informed striker to slot the ball away. The second half proved to be much like the first, with both teams trying to win the battle in the midfield. Shakir Smith would score what proved to be the winner for the PHC Zebras when he scored in the 86th minute to earn the PHC Zebras a Friendship Trophy spot against the Somerset Trojans on New Year's Day at the Somerset Cricket Club. Bermuda's English-based players played twice over the Christmas holiday. On Boxing Day, Jordan Ainu rescued a point for battling Aston Villa as they were held to a 1-1 draw by West Ham. Jair Parfitt-Williams was an unused substitute for West Ham United. Parfitt-Williams is looking to become only the third Bermudian to play in the English Premier Division behind Kyle Lightbourne and Sean Goater. Nicky Wells scored 2 goals to secure back-to-back home wins for Huddersfield as they defeated Preston 3-1 at the John Smith Stadium. Wells, Town's top scorer, was dropped to the bench for the defeat against Bradford a week earlier, but he returned with a point to prove, and his double, either side of the half, saw off fellow strugglers North End. Rai Simons played 38 minutes, but Chesterfield were plunged deeper into relegation trouble as they went down 2-0 to Peterborough. Reggie Lamb had his match called off due to a waterlogged pitch. Yesterday, in Barclays Premier Division action, Andy Carroll climbed off the bench to fire West Ham back to winning ways with a 2-1 win over Southampton. Parfitt-Williams was on standby with several players nursing injuries from the match 2 days ago. Parfitt-Williams was still required to warm up, but because players proved their fitness, he took his seat behind the bench. Wells scored yet again, this time an 86th minute free kick to earn Huddersfield a 1-1 draw with Queen's Park Rangers. Rai Simons watched from the bench as Chesterfield drew 1-1 with Coventry, and Reggie Lamb and his dominant Mansfield team drew 1-1 at York. Lamb had a shot come back off the crossbar in the 64th minute. The 2015 Bermuda Junior Clay Court Championships will enter its third day today of competition at the Coral Beach and Tennis Club as a full slate of matches were played over the first 2 days. A day after his 14 and under boys Group B match needed 3 sets, Cairo Morton went another 3 sets and got the same result, this time defeating Daniel Phillips. These 2 youngsters battled hard, thrilling the crowd on hand with baseline shots and backhand down the line winners time after time. Morton won the first set 6-2, but Phillips, with his never say die attitude, won the second set 6-4. Morton would win the third and final set 6-3 to remain undefeated in the group. In 14 and under boys Group B action, Tego Bean defeated Nicholas Cooper in straight sets 7-6, 6-3, while Bobby Bart defeated Manning Smith in 12 and under boys action in straight sets, 4-1, 4-2. Luke Sterling won his 18 and under boys match in straight sets, 6-3, 6-1 over Daniel Marshall. Vesey Street was a beehive of activity as Harness Pony Racing Boxing Day drew a large crowd. The day saw the track record for the season broken and then broken again by two drivers and ponies. During the best of three age racing, Lucas Bridges in the bike of Broner's Mike clocked 103 and 4. But then in the 17th race of the afternoon, the best of 3-year-old races, Icy Shakedown with Colin Mello in the bike clocked 103 and 3, which was equaled in race 18, the best of 3 4-year-old races, with Cherokee's Ironman and Tyler Lopes recording the same time. GV Crystal Ball with Birthday Girl, Andrea Westerfield in the bike, also recorded a time of 103 and 4. In the opening race of the afternoon, Shady's Liberty with Candice Martin in the bike took the line honors in the 109 and 3 to 110 and 3 time bar race, clocking 110 flat, with Pastor Paul and David Lopes finishing second in 111 flat. In the 107 and 2 to 109 and 2 division time bar class, it saw visiting driver Dale Miller from Indiana in the bike of Tea Time hold off Keith Woodley in the bike of Broner's Girl to finish first with a time of 112 flat. Woodley clocked 112 and 3. The next race was a combined race with Miller in the bike of It's All About Me winning the 104 and 4 and faster time bar class, recording a time of 105 and 9. Lucas Bridges in the bike of Colonel's Maestro took line honors in the 106 and 1 to 107 and 1 time bar class with a time of 106 and 4. Rio Ladylike with Dylan De Silva in the bike finished second in 107 and 8. And Ryan Burrows in the bike of Skyway Majestic finished third, clocking 108 and 5. Walker Campbell has played 2 rounds of the 2015 Junior Orange Bowl Boys Golf Championships. Campbell shot in second round 13 over par 84 and fell 26 places to end the day 48th. Campbell's second round consisted of 1 birdie, 6 pars, 8 bogeys, and 3 double bogeys. The 2015-16 Flying Colors Mountain Bike Race Series continued with the 4th race of the season at Lagoon Park, with 104 competitors competing in 11 different divisions. Dylan Hill took the course by storm in the male A division, recording a winning time of 55:36.3, which covered 10 laps. Caden Hopkins finished a lap down in second with a time of 51:04.8, and Kent Richardson finished third in a time of 52:29.8. The male veteran over 40 division was won by Hans Hershey, who clocked a 7-lap time of 42:01.5. Dexter Swan was second in 43:01, and Peter Dunn was third in 44:49.4. Karen Badaj won the female veteran over 40 division race, clocking a time of 44:50.5, with Alyssa Rouse winning the female B division, clocking a 6-lap time of 41:32.5. Tristan Narroway was second in time of 43:11.8, and Ashley Robinson was third in 43:32.7. Dave Cameron, president of the West Indies Cricket Board, recently made a presentation at the annual awards for the Cayman Islands Cricket Association. During his presentation, Cameron explained what has been done for the Americas region, which includes Bermuda. Cameron told the audience, "We have taken an active part in the affairs of the Americas, in which the West Indies Cricket Board is the full member responsible." He goes on to say, quote, "We have been in discussions with the Commonwealth Games Committee and the Pan American Games with a long-term view to making cricket an Olympic sport. We at the West Indies Cricket Board wholeheartedly support cricket as an Olympic sport. The format will have to be decided, and yes, all countries will have to play as independent nations. The benefit to the countries will be huge, funding, playing opportunities. However, we have been reminded by persons in the region that any government interference will render this a no-ball. We are pursuing age group competitions, under 15 and under 17, for the Americas. We already have an under 19 and will now have a combined team participating in the Super 50 in the West Indies region." Tartan Tours, the biggest authorized ticket reseller for the next year's Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro and also an authorized ticket seller in Bermuda, is facing a multi-million-dollar legal case after it was sued by the Confederation of North, Central American, and Caribbean Associations Football, which make up CONCACAF. A federal lawsuit has been filed by Siddle Austin LLP in a court in Los Angeles seeking damages from parties involved with Cartan Tours, a travel agency that CONCACAF suit accuses of taking $40 million in less than 3 years through fraudulent, unfair, and unlawful business practices. The lawsuit claims the defendants maintained a kickback-based relationship with Jeffrey Webb and Enrique Assange, the former president and secretary general of CONCACAF. Meanwhile, the former director general of Russia's anti-doping agency has admitted the country has a serious problem and says 40% of its drug testing violations have come in youth sport. Russia was suspended from the international athletics over doping and must reform in order to return for the Olympics. On Thursday, Christmas Eve, 4 Russian weightlifters were suspended after failing drug tests at the World Championships. The Devonshire Cougars will battle BAA on January 2nd in the Premier Development League Festival Tournament Final after they won their semi-final battles yesterday at Bernard Park. In the opener, the Devonshire Cougars built a 2-0 lead at the half with 2 goals from Juma Mouchette, but second-half strikes from Trey Ming and Jonathan Ball drew the PHC Zebras level with 10 minutes to play. But 4 minutes later, Moses Steed scored from close range to send the Devonshire Cougars to the final. The second match, the Dandytown Hornets and BAA were level 2-2 after full time, with the match having to be decided on kicks from the penalty mark. BAA emerged victorious 4-3. Thank you for joining. I'm Earl Basden with Islandstats Sports. Do enjoy the rest of your day.